Hey there, Capricorn. Riverica here, reporting for duty on a trigger. Thank you so much for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic with me and steering clear of danger. Heartily, we are grateful. In this session, we are exploring what may help us move forward, minding our business in the highest love and light this April 2023. But before that, some disclaimers. I am not a doctor, lawyer, therapist. I'm a fortune teller, so what I offer is no substitute for their services. Furthermore, what I share does not determine your future. Only your intentions and actions do. So please use your gifts of discernment before deciding what to gather and take away. And of course, take only what resonates and blow like a kiss the rest to the universe for cosmic composting back into beauty. This reading is intended for fun and games, for shits and giggles, for entertainment, for flexing our heart, mind, body, spirit, soul, emotion, and intuition. And at the least, I hope to cause harm to none, and at the most, I hope I may assist you on your healing path. All that said, let me introduce our helpers. I have lit candles for Source, Mother Earth, Father Sky, the homeless, those that kick them out of their homes, the neighbors, the passers-by, even those working against our spiritual progression. Also, harmony, unity, and balance, Archangel Gabriel, our ancestors here in the highest love and light, and those who have crossed over to Father Sky by suicide, and the family and friends they left behind on Mother Earth, as well as the war-torn families, countries, nations, worlds, galaxies, universes. And we thank Source for helping us all adopt success, transmuting these violent cycles into love. Heartily, we are grateful. We also have my mini crystal ball, my wooden wand, my wooden dagger wand to help lift our spirits and cut to the heart of the matter without harming a soul. And we have this tuning fork to help clear the space. And it's 528 and the note C. And I invite you to check out more on your own about this or any of the other resources, because what resonates for me may not resonate for you, because we are all different psychosocial science experiments. So I always enjoy inviting you to explore more what may resonate with you, so these readings may be more meaningful to you. We also have the Living Altar, an oracle and spell deck for the Radical Witch by Kiki Robinson and Ilvadroma Marzana Radzesuski, because I rolled the number 6 and that deck was chosen. So you may find out more about the Living Altar at thelivingaltar.com, and you may find Kiki and Ilva on Instagram. You may also enjoy their Altars Up Witches podcast. You may also enjoy the Halloween episodes of the Romanistan podcast, created by Paulina Verminski and co-hosted by Jessica Reedy, where they invited Kiki and Ilva over to share spooky stories. And Kiki and Ilva shared some spooky stories about how this living altar was created. And so you may enjoy that as much as I did. And one more thing to look forward to this April is that the LA Times is hosting a new podcast called Foretold. And one of the first episodes features Paulina Verminski of the Romanistan podcast. So that is super exciting, and it may help us move forward this April, minding our business in the highest love and light. And so about this number 6 that I rolled, it's reminding me to share with you that the number 6 is a number of service, and it helps us differentiate between light and dark and the choices we make between these two. It also helps defend against those times when people are so possessed by grief that they lash out violently, and perhaps with a psychic invasion or a physical invasion. And it helps us maintain our integrity by maintaining our boundaries. For example, by steering clear of these people who are possessed by grief, because we can see they're possessed by grief. I understand they're not really evil. I just need to make sure I stay out of their way right now because I am not the one to be the lifesaver right now and help them through some it's not my turn. Right? Sometimes it may be your turn. Sometimes you may be able to handle it and work with those people who are so grief struck by loss that they're lashing out. But other times, you know, you just need to take care of yourself first. So the number 6 helps us play with that, whether you're visualizing that in your spheres or in your fields, or you make a mantra out of it, or a song, or some artwork out of it. That number 6 also helps us release repetitive patterns and embrace more joyful ways of living. So that is super cool. We also have this labradorite, crystal energy healing, and you can see it shifting right before your very eyes. The word I would associate with this, one word, would be transformation. But again, I invite you to check out for your own 4 or 5 or 6 or 27 different sources to see what resonates with you about this labradorite. And so that may help you play through your losses even more effectively and more relevant for you. All right. So let us clear the space. Thank you for holding the intention of seeing only love, and only love we shall see. Here we go. Mind, body, speech, and perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. My hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Om. Peace. Shanti. Thank you. It's still ringing. So beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what may help us move forward this April 2023 in the highest love and light, minding our business. You are a whole, full, powerful, loving, spiritual being, Capricorn, and so am I. And we thank your source and my source, pardon me, for helping us. And we also thank your spirit team, angels, galaxy guides, ancestors, saints, sages, gods, goddesses, universes here in the highest love and light, as well as mine. And we thank your source and my source for immediately shifting the situation into what it needs to be, offering necessary insights, healings, acts of grace, protection. Heartily, we are grateful. And so it was, and so it was, and so it was. Thank you for making this reading abundantly clear for Capricorn. What may help Capricorn move forward in the highest love and light, minding their business this April 2023. Let's see. Love the artwork on this deck. Promise. Wow. That's super sweet, Capricorn. Let you vibe with that for a minute. Looks like there's some red thread here. It almost looks like the chakra wheel or the wagon wheel on the Roma flag. And the circles. It's everything and nothing. There's so much associated with that circles. Again, I invite you to explore on your own all the different meanings of the circle. And this deck of cards, each card has 3 parts: the Witch's Wheel correspondence, the spell, and a guiding meditation. So I invite you to settle in and also offer that you may explore, if you haven't already, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 27 different Witch's Wheels, and perhaps making your own Witch's Wheel to help this reading be even more relevant for you, to deepen the reading for you. And I also invite you to come back and repeat the spell as many times as you need, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, to help integrate it, embody it, activate it, be with it at different times during the month. And you may also choose to journal the guiding messages, or maybe you do some sort of artwork about it. There's so many different ways you can work these aspects. So I invite you to play with it. So promise. Thank you for being patient with me as I find that card in the book. There it is. All right, here we go. So the Witch's Wheel correspondence, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 words that go with the Witch's Wheel correspondence, and they are air, spring, east, sunrise, childhood, first quarter moon, inspiration, creativity, intention, and choice. And right off the bat, that's making me think there was another sign that had spring in their reading. And I'm curious if you are drawn to another reading from to check out another one of your aspects, if that ends up being that spring piece. So the spell. Here we go. I nourish my life with childlike curiosity and wonder. I believe in myself, my potential, and the kindness of circumstance. I call upon the guidance of spirit to keep me safe as I embrace and explore my place in the order of things. Through the prayerful act of play, my trust and faith in myself and in others are renewed. I am the seed of the ancestors, growing towards flowering. My heart is buoyant with the promise of my purpose being fulfilled. My goals are illuminated. My way is clear. Oh, that is super sweet. Thank you so much, The Living Altar and Kiki and Ilva and Promise. I love that, especially for orphans and adoptees who, so many of us have been coming out of the fog and dismantling the adoption fairy tales and rebuilding a new earth on adoption realities. And so that piece about the renewal of trust and faith in myself and others is huge. Like those of us who have come out of the fog, and perhaps some of us have even cut ties, we're dismantling those adoption fairy tales. And it's also making me think of the Romani, who are dismantling the gypsy myths and rebuilding new earth with Roma realities. There's this trust and faith that was so dashed by what happened with the adoption fairy tales and the gypsy myth, and what happens still in some aspects and places where people are still being taught to hold on to that. And so it's so beautiful to see here that this prayerful act of play can help us renew our trust and faith in ourselves and others, and to gather that joy again, and to hold on to that joy again, and to be lifted again, just feeling that love and wonder and awe of being alive. And that is super sweet, especially after everything that we've been through with the dismantling and the heartbreak and the past couple of years, decades, perhaps it's even been lifetimes. So what a beautiful spell to help us renew after all of that, and helping us step into new earth. I love that. And the guiding messages. Oh, I'm just reading ahead and they're making me giggle. They're so on point. Here we go. You've changed. Continue forward. The past is the past, retreating from prominence. The present is the only thing that is. The future shines with hope. Wow, how beautiful, Capricorn. How beautiful. And I'm giving you big hugs for all the work you've done and how you've evolved and how you've changed and you've persisted and you're continuing forward and a new way of life, and you're turning that heartbreak into something beautiful. You're flipping that lost card and seeing the love on the other side. And that takes courage and strength and faith and determination. And thank you so much for doing what you have done and what you are doing. And the future is bright. Thank you so much for helping breathe life into adoption spirit magic. Heartily, we are grateful. Until next time, Capricorn, I love you all. Ciao for now.